I don't want to call Beyonce a bad person. What I will say is that she is a victim turned victimizer. And that's very, very, very common in the music industry. Very drummer. And the drummer was very specific in her case that she used witchcraft.
Free Beyonce. She a prisoner.
Now, you had said that you felt that Beyonce was a
Free
prisoner.
Beyonce.
Because I always heard their relationship was put together.
The numerous scandals surrounding Beyoncé and Jay-Z's marriage over the years are hardly surprising. So what's changed now? It seems Beyoncé has finally decided to end her years of suffering and is no longer following Jay-Z's lead. As a prominent figure in the industry, often rumored to be linked to the Illuminati and a close friend of Diddy, this shift raises eyebrows.
She, the first person I saw was B. And Beyonce was like, yo, let me holler at you. And I'm like,
Beyonce said, let me holler at you?
yeah. So I was like, yo, you know, so I went over there and hollered. And she was like,
pressured you,
yo,
bro?
yeah. And she was just telling me like they
They
rock
didn't
with me.
appreciate that.
They
Okay.
rock with me, and they, you know what I mean, like they didn't know what that. And I really didn't even think when I was saying it,
These
like,
are real people that you're talking
yeah,
about.
I just didn't really connect to it like that. You know what I mean? And you say a lot of things, and punchline style is just to say something to be catchy and metaphoric and catch up. But I didn't, you know, see the deeper side of it. And Beyonce, you know, I ain't gonna share the exact conversation, but she showed me, you know, told me like, you know, this is people, like, you know what I mean? Some saying something like that could personally hurt her and that
Right.
kind of.
So I had days that I devoted to. On Wednesdays, I took off from work, and that was Solange's day. And she was a lot younger than Beyonce. And it was tough because she was 5 years older, and Beyonce was this little superstar in our city. And so I took them to counseling very early so that the counselor could help Beyonce be more sensitive to Solange, because she couldn't stand her for a minute. You know, when they were little, she was 5, she was all in her stuff. She was trying to hang around her and her friends, and Beyonce was really irritated. But it made her more sensitive to who her sister was and what she had to deal with because of her.
The lingering question is who wouldn't step in to protect their husband from being physically assaulted in front of the entire industry. It points to a broader issue of women who are weary of being with control freaks.
Number one, I always acknowledge that I'm 22 years old and that I'm gonna make mistakes as everybody else does, and I'm gonna live to a certain extent of normalcy. And I learned how to sort of, you know, embrace my mistakes, laugh about them, and keep it moving. But as far as the constant attention on there, I think that the main key is just to be really comfortable with who you are first and really learn yourself. And I think that until you feel like there's some sort of chastising on you that is true, the other things really don't matter unless you feel maybe some of it is true. But it really doesn't bother me at all.
Although this may sound extreme, Jay-Z has hinted that he and Beyoncé first met when she was 16, but they didn't start dating until she was 18. In a 2007 interview with Charlie Rose, he acknowledged the age difference, noting that he was 28 at the time, making him significantly older than Beyoncé.
I would not be the woman I am if I did not go home to that man. And it just gives me such a foundation. And
how has he helped you?
On so many levels. You know, we were friends first for a year and a half before we went on any date, on the phone for a year and a half. And that foundation is so important in a relationship. And just to have someone that you just like, you know, is so important, and someone that is honest.
And how long were you and Jay-Z together before you got married?
Oh gosh, listen to me. I'm about to start yapping. We've been together a long time. It's been about 7 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
7 years. But it does feel different, doesn't it?
Feels great.
I really love it. So 7 years, and was it something that y'all talked about, or you just all of a sudden decided, let's do it?
I mean, it's different for everyone. I was really young. I'm only 27. So I was really young, and you know, I feel like it's important for women and men to have their goals in their own life before they can complete someone else. So,
Right.
you know, we took our time.
As a result of Beyoncé's brief history of romantic relationships and Jay-Z's awareness of it all, many people believe there has been a power imbalance in their relationship from the very beginning. Regarding Jay-Z and Solange, rumors suggest they are still at odds, as Solange is reportedly not welcomed into the family, presumably because she understands how toxic Jay-Z can be for Beyoncé. Additionally, it's thought that Solange and other industry insiders have been urging Beyoncé to confront the reality of her troubled marriage. Close friends like Kanye West have also expressed concerns about how Beyoncé is under the influence of higher-ups, primarily Jay-Z, along with figures like Diddy and TD, Jakes.
You think about if Harley was part of intelligence, right? What kind of people you think are surrounding my kids? What kind of people you think are in that house right now? My kids go to Sierra Canyon. It's a Jewish school that doesn't teach Christianity to these Christian kids. At Christmas time, they're teaching Kwanzaa to black kids. They say, hey, this is your Christmas. This is all indoctrination. This is all mind control. You gotta understand, like I don't believe I'm putting myself at risk because I think God uses me for a time like this. He put me in this situation and had y'all follow me from George Bush Don't Care to Beyonce had the best video to now. For some reason, y'all are interested. You trying to say YSL belt buckle? Y'all told us looking like y'all are interested for some reason, and they wanted to medicate me every day. You realize, like, they could have just switched to medication, and I wouldn't be here. And on the news, they would have said it was because of a mental issue, right?
Yeah.
I ain't never been back to the hospital since 2015. But every time they say I'm crazy, it's just when I'm saying the truth. So what's the crazy part, really? What's the crazy part, really?
They can't scare you. They can't control you. They can't. They try to suppress you, but that's how they try to categorize.
They can't control me. You get what I'm saying? They can control Shaq. They can control Charles Barkley. They can control LeBron James. They can control Jay-Z and Beyonce.
But not you, man.
But they can't control me.
Not
You see, it
you.
ain't no name I won't name.
Exactly.
It's up.
Not you.
You know what I'm saying? And just for Minister Farrakhan, I love you, but the way you read that, I took that as a slight. You know what I'm saying? I'm taking no disrespect from nobody. So let's get on the phone and let's talk that out. I don't care who you are.
It's widely recognized that Jay-Z's relationship with Beyoncé suffered due to his past infidelity, creating friction in the family dynamic, particularly with Beyoncé's sister, Solange. Solange believes Jay-Z has controlled and manipulated Beyoncé to fit his ideal of a spouse. Fortunately, it seems Beyoncé has finally seen the light, much to the delight of her fans. Solange's concerns about Jay-Z are justified, especially in light of recent allegations suggesting he has long used drugs to manipulate Beyoncé, claim that resonates within the industry. Given Jay-Z's close ties to Diddy, who is often seen as a dealer in that world. Additionally, rumors have circulated that Jay-Z introduced Beyoncé to drugs, reflecting Hollywood's notorious history with substance use. It's not surprising, either, considering the culture at parties in Hollywood, where drugs are often passed around casually. For instance, reports have surfaced about Diddy hosting lavish parties where high-profile guests, including Beyoncé and Jay-Z, are drawn into that lifestyle. This raises the possibility that Jay-Z may have influenced Beyoncé's use as a means of maintaining control over her. Moreover, according to Kanye West, Solange, Jaguar Wright, and even Wendy Williams, there have long-running rumors about the circumstances of Beyoncé's pregnancy with Jay-Z. These claims further highlight the complexities of their relationship, suggesting that even with their immense wealth and status as a Hollywood power couple, there are underlying issues that cannot be overlooked.
I was reading the National Enquirer yesterday, and I ran across this article about Jay-Z and Beyonce that's responding to the surrogate rumors. Did she have a baby? Is the baby hers? Is the baby her baby, but somebody else had it? Did she adopt? That whole bit. So everybody in the world had been talking prior to her giving birth about this crunching baby bump and being suspicious. Remember the crunching baby bump story? And being suspicious about, the nature of her pregnancy, including ABC's Katie Couric, The Talk, Entertainment Tonight, Inside Edition, but I was shocked at what Beyoncé said in the article as I kept reading along because they brought my name up. And I'm just like, are you serious? No, we do Hot Topics. I like the attention. However, you know, I just want you to know that me and Hot Topics team waited. We delayed doing this story until we said, well, wow, this crunching baby bump is really getting a lot of, you know, steam behind it. Let's make a skit. Remember, you guys, and we rehearsed it the day before. Suzanne, we brought you and Charlotte, who's still on maternity, out with your baby bumps. Yeah. Originally, we were going to have you sit on toilets, then we said that wasn't tasteful. You remember, John Anderson, you pushed the toilets out, and then we brought them back. Anyway, look. So I'm reading the article, nobody else's name is brought up. Then I run across what the couple found most, oh, wait, excuse me. It's in the Inquirer. You gotta show the cover for legal reasons. And here's the article. Okay. What the couple found most difficult to deal with, says another source, was the fact that some of the rumors were being perpetuated by people they considered friends, like talk show host Wendy Williams. Well, first of all, you're not a credible source. Because if you were, then you would know, I've never partied with them. I've never been to their house. I don't swim in their pool. Like, we're not friends. I'm a pop culture pundit and commentator, right? That's what we call it. Pop culture woman. And I talk about people and what they're doing when they're celebrities, like you. So we're not friends, but I do like you and I respect both of their grinds. And I certainly am happy for the baby, but there's more. On the Gab Fest, I love that term. Wendy had two of her staff members, Suzanne, that would be you, and Charla, yes, who were pregnant. P.S. Suzanne is due in February. Give a live demonstration to see if anything strange occurred when their baby bumps, when they took a seat. The stunt left Beyoncé angered beyond belief. That means she watches. I'll give you a little history with our relationship. No, really. You know, I like these people. I respect their grind. Welcome to the world, baby. Beyonce, you and I have met a couple of times at radio stations, and that's it. Jay-Z, you remember, we go so far back that you used to do free parties for me over in Brooklyn. I remember Foxy Brown took the stage one time, and you were over in the corner working on your lyrics. So that's how far back we go. And now, look at you now. You're married, you're rich, you're successful. Welcome to the world, baby blue.
The insights into Jay-Z and Beyoncé's marriage reveal a different reality, as many fans are beginning to understand. Despite their lavish lifestyle and combined net worth in the billions, some reports suggest that Beyoncé is under Jay-Z's supervision and lacks individuality. Recent revelations, including those from a former bodyguard of Beyoncé, indicate that their marriage may be more of a business partnership aimed at financial success rather than a genuine union based on love. Even 50 Cent has chimed in, adding to the narrative. So, what more proof do you need?
Beyonce. And I'm assuming because somebody was paying her to pump Beyonce up so Beyonce could blow up. Because the truth is, that first Beyonce solo record was a mess. It was. That Jam on Your Horn shit from the Austin Powers movie, that shit was a mess. It was too many horns. It wasn't properly arranged. She was yelling and screaming, trying to sound like Tina Turner, but sounding like a frustrated man with a high-pitched voice. It was a mess, and y'all know it. That's why they brought Rich Harrison in to do Crazy Right Now. And then that's when Jay-Z entered in. And ever since she's been with Jay-Z, she's been doing great. Sean Carter is amazing at knowing how to put talent together. When he put Kanye and Beyonce together, it was the smartest thing that ever happened for her career. And in my opinion, Kanye is the best producer she ever had. Nobody knows her voice like Kanye knows her voice. Why they're still not making music together, I don't know. I can't speak on that. What I can speak on is that the Migos will never be able to provide the same quality or level of production as Kanye.
This further supports the notion that their marriage might be more for show. While countless fans have speculated about their relationship for a long time, many won't be shocked by this revelation. Why? because they remain the most powerful duo in Hollywood, celebrated and invited everywhere, and they've managed to stay together despite Jay-Z's infidelity.
Well, it's my soulmate, it's the person I love, you know, and you can be in love with someone, you can love someone and if you haven't experienced love, you don't understand it, and you don't have the tools to move forward, then you're gonna have complications, period. And if you can either address it or you can pretend until it blows up at some point. And, you know, for us, we chose to fight for our love, for our family, to give our kids a different outcome. You see, you know, to break that cycle. For Black men and women, you know, to see a different outcome, like you were saying. It's not this celebrity couple. We were never a celebrity couple. We were a couple who just happened to be celebrities.
Beyoncé's recent decision to finally speak up for herself has reinforced the idea that their marriage may prioritize practical interests over passionate love. This dynamic could make it challenging for Jay-Z to convince others of the sincerity of their relationship. Interestingly, Jaguar Wright, known for her outspoken views on celebrities, has echoed similar sentiments, adding fuel to the conversation about the true nature of their union.
Kim Porter was working on a book before she died, and Albie Shore was working on the documentary of his life. And then he goes into a coma. Has Puppy ever been in a coma? Has anything happened? He must be the luckiest motherfucker. It seems like everybody that worked at Uptown Records from the very beginning. Just him. I guess Al disappointed me. You know, I speak for a reason. When you see this bullshit, this motherfucking game with people that you love, that you like, you know, there's too many coincidences.
Too many. You
Honeycomb.
Oh. Stamp it.
We gonna get you and your little dog too.
Mm.
And congratulations, young Miami.
And if there's one thing we know about Jaguar Wright, it's that she doesn't speak without backing her claims with facts. Let's take a moment to reflect on this. She has revealed a lot about Beyoncé and Jay-Z's troubled marriage over the years without facing any legal repercussions. This suggests that either she is telling the truth or has powerful allies supporting her. Whether you believe Jaguar or not, her track record speaks volumes, especially given how directly relevant her recent allegations are to Beyoncé and Jay-Z. It's worth considering that there may be more truth to her statements than initially meets the eye. That's all for today. Be sure to share your thoughts in the comments below, and for more updates, hit the bell icon.